Have you been trying to decide between traditional wooden raised beds and metal raised beds? It's one of the most commonly asked questions that I get in chat groups and from family and friends. How do you choose between the two? Well, honestly, there is no right or wrong answer. It is a choice of personal preference. I've used both of them, and I'll let you in on a secret. Both are good at growing amounts of food. In this video, I'm going to give you some pros and some cons on both that you can use and can help you decide what you want. If you are new to the channel, I'm Moses, and this is Urban Backyard Container Gardening. Here on this homestead, 17-acre homestead, I grow lots of food for my family and neighbors and friends. I also do homesteading projects and a little cooking. If this is for you, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell all so you'll be notified whenever new videos come out. Let's get to it. Before comparing them, let's remember something important. Both metal and wood raised beds are excellent choices. Both help to improve drainage. Both warm up earlier than traditional gardens or in-ground gardens. Both help to reduce weeds. Both make gardening easier on your back. Both can produce incredible amounts of food. The real question isn't whether one is better than the other. The question is which one works best for you. For many, the choice is wood. Wood is beautiful, and if you're a DIY person, you can make one within a day by yourself, no help. They help to drain a lot of food. It drains well. Wood is customizable. It blends in well. And one more thing, advantage over metal is that it doesn't heat up nearly as much as metal beds do. Now, the metal beds themselves will heat up. It doesn't affect your soil or anything like that. But if you're leaning against it or anything like that, you will be in for a pretty rude awakening. Now, the cons. Eventually, every wood bed rots. Take it from personal experience. In South Florida, I had two 2x3 wooden beds that I got from Amazon, and not once but twice I came out one morning and they had fallen apart, and that's because the wood itself rotted. I'll put a video link of that up here, and needless to say that was a little frustrating. Not only did I lose my pepper plants, but I had to find something to do with all that soil, and at the time it was wet soil. Wood can be expensive also. If you are replacing your wood every 5 to 7 years, over the course of 20 years, you will pay much more than buying one simple metal raised bed. Termites and carpenter ants are also a problem in wood beds. There's no getting away around it. They like that type of environment. Boards may split or even warp. If they don't rot immediately, they will do that. And while cedar lasts longer than other types of wood, it is expensive, and I would not suggest using pressure treated wood because you don't want the chemicals to leach into your soil and into your food. Now let's look at metal raised beds. These types of beds have exploded recently. The biggest advantage? Longevity. Quality galvanized metal beds can last decades with very little maintenance. And if you look in around my garden, you will see that that's what I have. Now, there are multiple companies rather that make metal raised beds. The choice is up to you what you want to use. In my garden, I want to say 5 different companies in it. We have a Neolife, we have Birdies, we have Grow Right, we have Trimall, we have Garvey, and my favorite, we have Bego. So, I forgot one. We have Landguard. So there are quite a different varieties of options that you can get. They are resistant to rot, obviously. Insects can't damage them. I've never heard of carpenter ants or termites eating galvanized metal. They have a sleek and modern look in the garden. Assembly is pretty straightforward and easy. All of the raised beds in my garden I've been able to put together by myself, and they come with everything that you need, including tools to put them together, your nuts and bolts, and your metal protection around the sharp edges. The main concern people have, and I was one of them, is heat. While the outside can become hot in full sun, the soil acts as an insulation, meaning that healthy, well-watered beds generally maintain suitable root temperatures. The larger concern is making sure plants receive enough water during hot weather, regardless of bed material. Now, let's talk about price. Metal beds are generally designed to last 20 years or more. While the upfront cost of them is definitely more than buying a wooden bed, as I mentioned previously, over the course of your garden, you will make up for that easily. Because in 20 years, you're probably going to be replacing your raised bed, your wooden raised bed, at least twice, sometimes more. And as we know, the price of wood, along with everything else in the world, has skyrocketed. So a little upfront cost will be mitigated by years of growing tremendous amount of food and not having to worry about your bed rotting or collapsing. One question that I get a lot from family and friends when talking about raised beds versus wooden raised beds is which one grows more food? Here's something that is surprising. Raised beds don't grow food. It's the soil in your raised bed that grows food. The health of your soil is what determines how much, if any, food that you grow. Whether you're growing tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, squash, lettuce, or in this case, what you're looking at, black-eyed peas. Good compost, quality soil, proper watering, adequate sunlight. All of this matters much, much more than whether your bed is made of wood or metal. So I would love to hear from you. Are you team metal or are you team wood? In actuality, it really doesn't make a difference as long as you're happy with the choice. For me, I'm team metal. I don't think I would ever grow anything in wood again, simply because of the convenience and the longevity factor that you get with galvanized steel. Now, if you're a weekender or a DIY person that is handy and likes to build things, then by all means, use that God-given talent and make your raised beds the way that you want to make them. Now, I will use wood to build a 5-gallon bucket holder, and that's a DIY project that I'll be doing later on in the year, if not early next year. But as far as raised beds, it is metal for me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of it. I'm curious to know. Leave me a comment. Which one do you prefer, metal or wood? Or does it not make a difference? If you like this type of video, give it a thumbs up, and also consider subscribing if you haven't already. On this channel, we talk about and do homesteading, lots of growing of food to be self-sufficient. We do some cooking, and we try to teach people that gardening is not as difficult or hard as people make it. Until next time, always remember to give the thanks to God, for without Him, we are nothing. Stay blessed and stay strong. I'll see you in the next one.